Hi, I'm back just for a quick moment. There are many ways to get 272. One of the ways, okay, is they are in the same V in the nine world, connecting 2 with 7 and then 7 to 2. So instead of saying 2772, you say 272. The other thing about 272 is that it makes 2 on the left with 7, 2 on the right with 7, which says I and I, which is the two parts of the 9 that you are opposite of in order to make the 1.8, which is the octagon with the center heart in it. There's only one eye, but there are two eyes, half and half, 2.5 men. One of the reasons for the answer is that is, okay, here's one square inside the other square. We need corners, so we made corners on this line here. Where there's a line where the strands connect, this actually should go around, okay? But anyways, we're going to go like this. North and south, 2, 7 in the center. East and west, 2, 7 in the center. This one is an expression of the digit number. How many? 272. This way and this way. There are two of these worlds. And if you take a look, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. In fact, you'll go 1, 2, 5, 2, 1. 1, 2, 5, 2, 1 if you read it this way. That way you'll be reading it the way the Mayans run their cycles as 2, 5, and 5, 2. Now I'm going to add into this, and I usually don't like to do this, but I always do. The Mayan cycles and their wording is broken up. When they say the word TUN, 260, let me tell you that in 52 weeks in the year, there are 260 weekdays. They separate the weekend from the weekdays. Now, is the world the same size at that time? I do not know. But I worked out that the world at one time was a 15-hour day based on this partly of 272. Where else is 272? The 7 card, okay, this makes them 2. This is the 8 card. This is the first part of the 8 card. There's 1 and 2 here. Where's the 7? Well, man alive, when it comes to the 9 card, when man becomes alive, it goes right here. And that's how you get the extra dot. When you get the 8 card, you can turn the card this way and travel around the diamond center, the diamond in baseball. But the 7 and the 8 are the exact same cards. Okay, this is a gate. Why do I say this is a gate? Okay, I'm guessing. They usually say the center or the 5-pole would be the gate. So is this the world we're living in? I still question some of myself, some of my stuff. We all know that the ace, whatever the ace is, the 5 is the same thing with added. The 3 is an expressional card. The only time cards come into play in expression, it really starts on the 7th, because that's when you can come into the world, the 7 to the 8, heaven of the 9 birth. But it all starts at 4. 4 and 5 and 6. 4 and 6 are the same cards. They just added 2. Anyways, we're getting to 272, and it just gets very deep into circles and lines, and not only that, but 7 and 2 would also be like this. You take this corner, he sees here, but he's across from here. Here would be 9, and here would be 9. The actual position is 4 and 6. Okay, but the opposition of who they are is from the 9 birth, which was down here. The 9 birth moves up into the second position of Saturn. Okay, and then we have this position right here. There is no planet over here. Earth is over here. Would Earth come to be over here also? Because that's the only thing in line. But down here is Pluto. Pluto moves up, man comes into the 6 from the 3 creation. Just across from 6 creation, 6-3 creation. Anyways, there's a lot of things to completely look at. I still somehow don't think we're living exactly on Earth. I still think we live in a shutter universe, that when they say when you look to the north at a certain period of time in a certain area or in many areas, you cannot see the northern stars because it's a shutter universe. They're shut off. They're out. They're on the other side. They're on a part where you can't see. The same thing is when you drive in a car and you can look through your back window, even if you put the sticker up, because you can see on that angle. Same thing. The angle of your car allows you to see out, but doesn't really let anybody see, and neither the sun. Anyways, we'll leave it at this. 5 minutes. Raphael, 7286. And then, and therefore, before I end it, I must tell you that I'm a little bit deeper into the myth of Zazareth. what this book is all about. I never knew there was actually a myth at the starting. I thought the myth was just a myth of creation. But I keep coming up with my great grandfather in the Mad Hatters Union out in New York. And same names that my grandfather had for his father and his brothers come up with this other Max, just slightly different. It's like everything got switched around. It's pretty weird. Pretty weird that I'm telling you in 57, 75, there's going to be a coming of something. And all of a sudden, boom, bang, in my shul, I thought it was next year, it's now this year. Now we're having some kind of party because we're 100 years old. Now I'm not a fanatic. I mean, I'm not the one to rent the synagogue and start jumping around and dancing. But when you listen to these guys sing, how they're so deeply into it, what do they want out of it? What am I supposed to sing about and tell God? I mean, I'm so happy. I'm glad that I was able to put myself in an area where I can connect them for the first time. And once you connect them for the first time, you never let them go. We'll leave it at that for now. Raphael 7286.